So Mr. T's the guest referee and enforcer for some of these matches. Just a ton of gimmicks here. Is this where you're just trying to, hey, what can we come up with that's a cool draw for a house show event?
It was looking at a lot of different things, and the opportunity came up. They were using Mr. T and trying to utilize him for different roles, and it was just a short little run with Mr. T is referee. He did a Macho Man Honky Tonk Man as referee match in Houston, and big deal. Oh my God, Mr. T coming, and so on and so forth. And it was a wrestling territory in Houston. All right. We did wrestling. And when Mr. T was coming, the requests that were made upon the office coming from where I came from were silly. It was crazy.
Give me an example.
Well, he had to have his own private dressing room,
okay.
Which is like, we have a dressing room, everybody dresses in the one dressing room. He had to have a hotel with windows that opened. He had to have the rooms next to him.
Wait, the windows opened because we assumed puff, puff, pass?
He liked fresh air.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Someone had to meet him at the airport to carry his bags and handle him, even though he had his own handlers that traveled with him. But it was a lot of Hollywood stuff that you really that I wasn't accustomed to, that we had never experienced before. So to us, it was kind of silly. And then as you get into it, you realize, hey man, we're in a completely different business up here. Then you start to acquaint yourself with the needs of folks that are in different line of business than us.
But just based on your history, and not necessarily saying he was doing anything wrong, just based on your history, I take it T wasn't your favorite to deal with here in 87?
Actually, no, man. He was pretty easy to deal with.
Just get him a window that opens.
His people more than anything.
Oh, I see. His people were trying to prove their worth to him and make everything easy.
Probably so, because my dealings with T were pretty easy. I mean, he was fine. Tell me what you want me to do, and let's go do it. The folks around him like to insulate him, but once you got directly to Mr. T, man, he wasn't that bad at all. I dealt with a lot worse than Mr. T, and Mr. T was, at least with me, very friendly in every encounter and couldn't have been more accommodating. So that's one of those that a lot of times people will prejudge someone before they ever meet them because of things that you've heard, rumor and innuendo and all that bullshit. But yeah, T was absolutely fine with me.